Ciao e benvenuto. Hello and welcome inside the Milano Santa Giulia Arena. The para ice hockey tournament at Milano Cortina continues with the classification games. Up next, Italy versus Japan with a spot in the 5th place game on the line, and it means a lot for these teams. Italy earned a grinding win over Germany in its last outing, much to the delight of the almost 5,000 in attendance. Although Italy won that game, the coach and several players gave us the sense they thought the team could play a whole lot better. Japan started this tournament with promise, scoring twice and taking the lead twice against Czechia, pushing their opponents to the wire, but in the end, losing. Since then, Japan has struggled to generate offense, and despite the heroics of their goaltender, has lost 3 in a row. But hope springs eternal. A big win today, and Japan could still put themselves in a position to finish in 5th place. It is Japan against the host nation, Italy. The referee in today's game is from Canada, is Kevin Webinger. The lines are Pavel Vlasic and Larry Nittala, and they are shaking hands with the two teams' captains. Gianluigi Rosa, the longtime captain of Team Italy. And for Japan, it is Masahiro Kumagai, the 51-year-old who's averaging 22 minutes per game so far in the tournament. Rob Snook here alongside 2006 Paralympic para ice hockey gold medalist Paul Rosen. And Paul, each of these teams has shown flashes of brilliance, but how do they link those all together as we take a look at these lines?
Well, I think the key to Italy's success is the captain, Rosa. He has played a very solid tournament. And Nico Landros, who played with the U.S. for 3 gold medals, he's played good. He's played a lot. Can he take it to the next level? If he can, Italy's in for a good day. On Japan's side, Hari, the goaltender, has to make some big stops. He's going to have a lot of shots on him. And E2, number 10, tons of speed. Is he going to break free on that long stretch pass, or is he going to hurt his team on that long stretch pass?
Those are some of the questions that will be answered over the next, hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on whether we get this decided in regulation or we need something more like overtime. So there you see the first line for Japan, Nitsu, Ukai, Ito. That is where their offense will come from. Pseudo strong on the blue line. And as Paul said, Hori Wataru strong in net for head coach Nakakita Kojin. Nakakita Kojin has some North American roots for his playing career, played in Canada and played in the United States as well. A longtime coach of this team, Gianluigi Rosa, the 38-year-old captain for Team Italy, 5-time Paralympian, led the scoring for the team in Beijing. He's got 2 assists so far here, and there is Ito, best forward in the Paralympic qualifying tournament last November. He's been playing the game since he was in 4th grade. But this man was playing the game before he was even alive. There's the starting goaltender for Team Italy, Santino Stiletano. Best goals against average at the B-Pool World Championships last year at .054. Countdown is on. The winner of this game will go to play for 5th place. It's the host nation, Italy, against Japan. Italy's won once so far in the tournament. Japan looking for its first win. Japan in the white jerseys, Italy in the blue. Across the blue line, Captain Rosa had it knocked away. Here comes Landeros, jumps in on the puck, slides it back to Rosa. Great connection between those two. DePauli chases, goes right through the blue ice. And I think that is why the referee blew the whistle, because he voluntarily went into the goaltender's crease.
As we see right off the hop, right off the draw, Landros and Rosa, they're the two. They're going to look for each other. Rosa carries the puck a lot, wants to hit Landros for that shot, that one-timer.
beg your pardon. I thought the referee was bringing the face-off outside the blue line. He wasn't. Here's Landeros with a shot. And already Stilitano has been tested. So just seconds into this opening game. Japan's biggest issue, they just haven't generated enough shots, but here they come now. A chance in front for Ukai, and he couldn't get a shot away as Ito was trying to set him up. They've only had 16 shots on goal through the first 3 games of the tournament, has Team Japan.
That's not enough.
Puck is dumped back into the Italy zone. Landeros, who used to play for the United States, won 3 gold medals with USA. Up ahead for DePauli. He scored a monster goal earlier in the tournament against the U.S. Absolutely brought this crowd to life. Or that crowd to life, I should say. Here's Rosa, battling forward along the boards in tight traffic. In to help out comes the defenseman Enderle. When the defenseman comes in, that means somebody's got to pinch for him and take his spot. When the defenseman pinches, someone's got to cover his spot on the blue line. Italy doing that well. Here's Rosa, slides a pass into the middle for DePauli, out of his reach, and it'll be gathered in by Kumagai, and Japan's captain's going to send it down the ice. Not going to go for an icing though. Makuri back for it.
So far the ice has been tilted in the Japanese zone.
Japan trying to keep it in, they do. Good play by Sudo at the blue line. But Nico Landeros is going to take over. He spins away from Ito. Interesting stat about those two. They both averaged exact same amount of ice time through the first 3 games of the tournament. 36 minutes and 25 seconds. They are tied for 3rd. At least they were when the tournament, this game began. Ukai, long pass ahead for Ito, and Landeros read it like a book. Ukai across the blue line. He gets taken against the boards. Got to wonder, Paul, about how physical Italy's going to try to be against Japan.
I think they have to be physical, especially on number 10. Ito is a smaller player. He's extremely quick, but he can get knocked off the puck easy.
Ito flips it into the middle for Ukai. He shoots one, didn't miss by much. Landeros drops it off in behind his net. Good play by Makuri to shake off a check, maintain possession. Out it comes to center ice for Kaufman. He'll slip it across the blue line. Reclaimed by Kawahara, the 16-year-old. And it's slammed in by Torella of Italy.
They're trying to get Landeros the puck, and they just missed on that far side.
Japan has it to center ice. Nitsu, he scored a big goal for Japan earlier in the tournament. Landeros banks it off the boards, out of the reach though of Ramoni Marnini. And this is going to be an off. Oh, that was close. Here's a chance in front. Kawahara shot stopped by Stilitano. And you've got a virtual yard sale out there with sticks laying all over the place.
Big stuff. That looked sort of offside to me. You'll have to see it again, but nevertheless, it came through. He would have been better off to actually cut across. Stilitano went down early, but like we watched the entire tournament, Stilitano uses those pads. You'd be much better off going in the top corner, but he gets down with the double stack pads, and he makes that stop almost every single time, the wily veteran.
Ukai facing it off. Can't win the draw though. Italy solid in that category. Here's Larch. He's their best face-off man, winning just about 60% of his draws so far in the tournament. That is top 6. 4 minutes gone by, opening period. Japan, Italy. Winner goes to the 5th place game. Ito with a shot with a left stick, and he didn't miss by a lot.
Stilitano got his blocker on it. Nice diving stop.
Italy played in Pool A in the tournament. They finished in 3rd place. Japan was 4th in Pool B. Thus the crossover game. Flipped out to center ice. Landeros chasing after it. Ishikawa trying to stay ahead of him. Landeros is going to get to it. Stick handles left stick to right. Tries a centering pass and gets upended by Ito. Now DePauli in behind the net. Does he see Landeros? Yes, he does. Feeds him the pass. He's slammed against the boards by Ukai. Then he does some slamming of his own. Does Landros. DePauli comes in, trying to fish the puck out. A chance for Ishikawa to clear it, but it's reclaimed. And a chance for Larch with a shot. Corey off the side of the net. Referee with the washout sign saying no goal. Kept in at the blue line. And maybe one more time it'll be kept in. Landros, and it's slide away. But into the possession of Larch. He feeds it across for Rosa. Too far for him, but DePauli's got it. DePauli, a glove pass here. Oh, maybe got away with it, but nevertheless, Japan's got the puck. And Ito's gonna skate it to center.
They're actually playing Landros very smart, forcing him to the outside almost every single time.
DePauli into the middle, now onto the stick of Landros, and he is hammered by Matsushita. Had him lined up.
The bone crusher got crushed.
Right in the trolley tracks. And another big collision. Matsushita in the middle of that with Rosa. 6 minutes of hockey gone by here. Here's a steal. DePauli in front. Step wide of the net. Penalty coming. Landros upended. Japan's going to go to the box. But the goaltender comes out. Italy trying to get something going with an extra attacker. But it'll be touched by Murasaki. And it is Italy's first power play of the game. And they are 1 for 7 on the man advantage so far in the tournament.
And that's what speed will do. Landros keeps getting control. Even though he's going on the outside, he keeps moving and moving, and eventually you're going to have to pull him down. And if you pull him down, there's going to be a penalty. Gives Italy the first chance to score on a power play goal, and that is key to the Italians' offensive structure. Here it is right here. This is the opportunity to steal, the sort of bad pass, and that's a nice little, just off the tip of his blocker, Stellitano. Very calm and cool.
Question for you, Paul. So if Landros exits his spot from the blue line to get involved in offense so much, how does Italy handle that?
Well, they have to, especially the coach. I talked to the coach a couple days ago. The winger on his side has to come back. Otherwise, they will get burned at some point.
I will keep that in mind. Now they go on the man advantage, 5-on-4. That was a clean hit, absolutely perfectly done by Matsushita.
That's something that Landros usually does to somebody else, not gets done to him.
Face-off won by Japan. Can't clear it by Rosa at the blue line. The Italian captain will slide it back into the corner for Niels Larch. His pass threaded through for Landros! He rockets it over top of Holy. It's 1-0 Italy.
That's what he did with the U.S. team for so many years. He can come into the play, he can play defensively, he can hit you, he can rock you, he can sock you, and he can also do this. Take the puck and just rip it. No goalie in the world in para hockey is stopping that. Under the bar, look at that. Quick release, patience in that cup, boom. Under the bar, over his shoulder, no chance for Hari. No chance at all, and Italy takes the early 1-0 lead, and this crowd is a-rockin'.
6:32 into the opening period. It's a power play goal. And much to the delight of the home crowd, Italy grabs the lead. Keep in mind, Landros last year at the B-Pool World Championships poured in 24 goals. An astonishing number, especially for a player who's lining up as a defenseman.
That's the one thing about this game. A defenseman can move up and back all the time.
Anderle trying to get back and stay in front of Mitsu. He does a nice job at it. It's all about the angles. Here comes Italy to center ice. Andreoni had his path blocked. Radici comes in to try to wreak some havoc. Here's Enderle. Italy reclaims the puck. They're trying to spread out the offense, at least, and also the playing time, I think, Paul, for the Italians, and don't get themselves in a situation where they are only using one or two lines.
No, and Landros, for the first time, he's taken a rest, a short rest, but a rest.
Puck is dumped down the ice. Japan's going to go back to get it. We're past the halfway point of the 15-minute opening period. Italy out shooting Japan 1-0 and leading them, out shooting them 4-1 and outscoring them 1-0. And here they come again. Gaining control was Kaufman. Couldn't feed a pass through for Landros. And grabbed by Kumagai.
Kaufman's had a really good series so far. I'm impressed with him, and forcing the Japanese team to continuously ice the puck is not going to help them, and the coach is not going to be happy with that.
Japan started its tournament with lots of promise, scored first on Czechia. Then when the Czechs tied it, came back and got another, took the lead, but wound up losing that one. Let's get another look at this beauty.
Right there, and he releases so quick. Like it's almost out. You shake your head when you see how fast some of them can shoot the puck.
No goaltender in this tournament has seen more shots than Hori. Came into this game with 115 shots on goal, stopping over 80% of them. Niels Larch in the corner for Italy. 6.5 to go, opening period. Italians still pushing here. Their home tournament. They want to finish as high as they possibly can. They know one goal is not going to be enough.
Stellatano, a tricky one there.
Sometimes those bouncers from long range can handcuff you. DePauli drops it back. Almost fanned on, but regathered in by Antaki. Here's Rosa down the right side. His path clears, walks right in. Rosa stopped by Hori. Beauty save by the goaltender. He reaches up high, lets it hit him, and then pounces on the rebound.
That was a just picture-perfect way to stop the puck for Hori. You get as big. Here's Rosa coming in here. Now watch. Hori now gets as big as possible to force him to hit him. Listen, if Rosa puts it in the top corner on either side, it's going to be hard to stop. But the young goalies out there, you want to get as big as possible, as square to the shooter, looking right at him, forcing him to hit you or to make that beautiful shot. And I tell you one thing, Mirko Bianca, he's going nuts on his players right now. He wants to win. Anybody that's watching this that thinks once you're out of the medal contention, you've stopped your passion. No, this Italian team, 5th place is a gold medal to them right now. There's another opportunity.
Well, we heard the interview with Coach Bianchi after the win over Germany. What he said is the team was really nervous. They didn't make good passes and good shots. Made a lot of mistakes, and he was disappointed for them. He wasn't disappointed in them, he was disappointed for them. And he said, though, a win is important. It can really help a team's mentality.
Yeah, Rocha said the same thing.
Japan again in the white jerseys here. They're just trying to stave off some early pressure, but here's DePauli with another chance for Italy. Banks it off the boards, trying to pass it to himself, maybe. And it'll be kept in. Rosa gathers in the puck. Oh, and a huge collision with Rosa, and he stays with it, though. Throws it towards the net with the left stick. Players, of course, can stick handle and shoot with both the left and the right sticks. The sooner you master it, the better you'll be. Here's Enderle back in his own end, the defenseman for Italy. Lost a stick in the process. Not sure if his teammates realize it, but here's Ukai. He sends it in front. There's a chance! And what a save by Stellatano! He just robbed Captain Kumagai.
You talk about a guy who plays with heart and soul, and he just lets it all hang out, and that's Stellatano. He watches this stuff, he waits. Now, it's easy to say if he goes upstairs, it's in. Yes, it's not so easy to do from that close, but just to get out as far as he can, outstretch his arm, his glove, and right in. And Stellatano, he might be a wily veteran in age, but he is somebody that is going to teach the young goalies in Italy for years to come.
You've just joined us. The first goal of the game came 6.5 minutes in on the power play for Italy. Nico Landros from Niels Larch and Gianluigi Rossa. Landros racing after the loose puck again. It'll be knocked back out to center by Japan. And Macri goes back to get it. Macri playing on the defense for Team Italy, has it at the blue line. Gets to center, shakes off a check, slides it across the line. Ramoni Martini going after it. Gathered in by Macri. Cross ice pass. Shot on nets by Radici. In fact, Pelagheros. And Horny was equal to the task. And Ito is lurking out at center. Could be good for Japan if they can get it to him. Bad for Japan if they can't.
Yeah, I still don't like it, to be really honest with you. You're giving your team down. You're down a player in the zone.
Landros reads that one really well. I would argue then try to get it to him when he's nowhere near Nico Landros.
And they're playing them tight. They have a man in that neutral zone that they're not letting him get away.
They've got a glove pass here being called against Italy.
I tell you, one of the happiest people in this entire building is Coach. There's a chance. Just slips through, makes the pad save. Didn't really have much on it. But Coach Mirko Bianca, he's the happiest guy that Nico Landros' mom was born in Milan.
That's right. Yeah. No doubt about it. 3:39 to go, opening period. 15-minute periods in Paralympic hockey, different than the Olympic Games, which have 20-minute periods. Landros goes back. Kawahara chasing him. He leaves it there for Rossa. Got a little bit tangled up. Here's Kawahara centering past Nitsu. Couldn't get a shot away. Still might have possession. No, Rossa gathers it in. He's got DePauli moving. He's got Landros moving. Landros slides a pass ahead for Rossa. He sends one just wide of the net.
Trying to sneak it in the short side there.
Collective ooh from the crowd. How fast Landros is getting back as well. Here's Niels Larch across the blue line. Right side pass for Rossa. Catches up to it. Snaps a shot. Horry the save.
Same thing with the getting the chest up as big as possible. And I think Landros has been told, go for offense if you can, but you've got to be the first one back.
Good communication there with Landros and his teammate, DePauli, to make sure he knew who was coming on him. And that's something you can remind us about too, Paul. In the standing game, defensemen skate backwards. Can't do that here.
No, you cannot skate backwards. So it's critical that the offense and defense talk to each other, and it's critical that the goaltender lets the defense know when somebody's on them.
Japan sends the puck in. They're making some line changes. Of course, you can make changes at any time in the game as long as you don't have more than 5 skaters on the ice at any one time. And if you pull your goaltender, you can have 6. DePauli overskated it enough that Japan's allowed to steal it. And here they come with Ito down the right side. He scored from here before, but he overskates it. And then he took a roundabout route into the corner. Pelagheros just taking his time, slides a pass ahead. Not a good one though, intercepted. It's in that tight area. Here's Nitsu in for Ito. Trying to take it on his left stick. Landros read him, and he'll swing a pass across.
They're getting a little sloppy, Italy, in their zone, making silly passes.
Here's DePauli trying to make a good play on offense, drops it back, and Macri couldn't get a shot away. Now onto the stick of Landros. He lets it slide right into the front of the net area, the slot. Pelagheros in to dig for it. just over a minute to play in an exciting opening period. And Landros might have had a chance to double the lead, but it was a glove pass called on Italy. Referee was Johnny on the spot, or in this case, Kevin on the spot, Kevin Webinger.
I think the Italian player there, he's a little upset, and he's talking to the ref to say, I never did that. It touched my glove, but I never made a motion. And you can actually put your hand on it, but you have to make the push motion. Let's see right here. It's his stick, it's his hand. I don't know, that was close. But it's a lot harder to call it when you're on the ice than when you're in the broadcast booth.
Italy looking for more chances to attack. Landros stays, no, I thought he stayed on side, but the linesman's job is to call it, and he said it was offside.
And it's a tough job, it really is a tough job. Although we have an incredible spot up here in this beautiful Santa Giulia arena. I'd pay money to sit up here.
Well, if you got a couple of shillings, you can slide them my way. I'll let you stay here.
All right, thanks, buddy. Where shillings aren't here, though.
59.5 seconds is all that remains here. And even less now that I got that whole sentence out. We're in the final minute. Caligaris pushes it off the boards. It'll be gathered in by Murasaki. Dancing through center ice. And he'll right arm it into the zone. Landros goes back for it. The only goal scorer so far in this game. Chops it ahead for Caligaris. Makes a nice play for Rosa. He looks up ice, makes a nice move. Swings it across for Enderle, the defenseman, jumping in on the rush. He swings it over for Larch. He shoots! Kaufman, in fact, was the shooter there, and it went just high.
Just misses. The problem with that, when you do miss, it rims around and you can get caught defensively.
Ito goes back in his own zone. Slammed against the boards by Kaufman. Picked up by Matsushita, a chance to clear it, but he just couldn't find the handle. But it worked out okay for Japan, because the horn sounds. They give up only one in the first, despite getting outshot 8-3.
So I think when they go into the dressing room now, the Italian team coach is going to be happy with some things. They've got really good puck movement in the offensive zone. He's definitely not going to be happy with the way they're moving the puck in the defensive zone. They made a couple of real silly passes. I think coach of Japan, he's really going to get on these guys because they're not playing their game. They just seem to be all over the ice. Now, you can't fault Hori on that goal. It was a beauty.
A little timid, I think, fair to say, on the Japan side. Only 3 shots.
I know we had an opportunity to talk to Brad Bowden, who's assistant coach this week, and he just doesn't seem to know what's wrong with the Japanese team right now.
Yeah, they feel like there's a lot of talent and a lot of potential there. Team Italy fans were also wondering what was going on with their team after the first 3 games. They weren't super happy with the way the Germany game went, other than the fact that they got the W at the end of the day.
Well, I tell you, if Team Japan doesn't find a way to stop Nico Landros, it's going to be a long night for them, because if they can pop the second goal, then Japan has to go on offense, and that's trouble.
Face-offs, the edge goes to Italy. Power plays, how about that? 1-for-1 with the man advantage for Italy. Can't ask for much better than that. They were the better team in the opening period, but the team from Japan is only 1 shot away from tying the game. Let's take a look back. Here's Mitsu. Boy, that was close to being offside. Kawahara ended up getting a good chance on Sturatano.
He won that one back. He had the whole upstairs open.
A couple of times in that period. If you think about it, we're going to get to probably one of the highlights, but Japan had 2 opportunities to score that were really good chances.
Well, the one thing, here's the goal. What an absolute beautiful shot. Unbelievable. I don't care who you are in this game, that's going in. And I think the one thing the coach is going to talk to him about is you have to go upstairs on Sturatano. He tips over every single time.
unfortunately, to his credit, what he does is he blocks the bottom half of the net brilliantly, and he's basically saying to you, if you can't get it upstairs, you're not going to score on me.
Absolutely. So we'll see what happens in the second. Maybe they will. That was a tricky one. You never know when that puck's going to bounce and hit a divot.
Well, and a veteran like Kumagai, who's been around for a long time, he knows that.
That was another big stop by Hari, getting that big chest. Here it is. Young goalies get square to the puck, boom in the chest, and that doesn't hurt.
Had about 5 scoring chances in the opening period. This might have been the best one for Japan. Kumagai right there with an absolutely glorious chance to tie the game.
And he had enough time to stop, actually stop, and possibly go upstairs, but he just turned and fired.
Well, he probably didn't know he had enough time to stop.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because the eyes in the back of the head don't work on all occasions.
Not always, no. Real good puck movement by Team Italy.
So, 1 period of play, 1 goal scored. Landeros from Italy, they lead it 1-0 over Japan. second period looms at the Milano Santa Giulia Arena. Para ice hockey into day number 4 after all the teams have played their round-robin games. We're into classification games now. Semifinals are coming as well. Rob Snick alongside Paul Rosen. First period produced 1 goal. Nico Landros scored it 6.5 minutes in. It came 13 seconds into an Italy power play, and it was a thing of beauty.
Well, I'll tell you, Japan has to stay out of the penalty box because Rosa is the controller. He has the puck. He's getting it to Landros, and Landros has a shot that's as good as anybody in this game. And you have to be extremely lucky if you're a goalie that doesn't put it under the bar.
Interesting thing about the 3 shots on goal that Japan has had, 2 of them were grade A scoring chances. It would be leading the game 2-1.
Oh, easy. They were one-on-one in front of Silitano. He dove down on both of them, made the block stop with a double patch. He could have played hockey in the NHL in the 50s, the way he plays. Maybe not now, but in the 50s, 100%. 3
players on Team Japan were silver medalists at the Paralympic Winter Games in Vancouver in 2010. They have missed, though, some time at the top level. They're getting back to the top group of teams in the world. They've won the B Pool World Championships. They came through the qualifying tournament. They are trying to rebuild the program. They have got the numbers, and they will continue to do that.
So the one thing I want to say that I noticed last game after they were shaking hands is Hori in the Japanese net. He's one of about, I don't know, 7 or 8 goalies that is an amputee and has his leg crossed over with the pad. The Canadian goalies, both Kingsman and Corbin Watson, they have their pad and that leg tied to the sled where they have to untie when they come up. He doesn't. He has it. It's not tied at all, so he can take that leg and get it out of the sled, which I'm going to have to talk to one of the head referees in the next day or 2, because I'm wondering if he ever does bring it out and makes the stop, how legal that is. I've never seen it before.
Interesting. The host nation, Italy, in the blue jerseys. It is Japan in white, and here we go. Second period action at the Santa Giulia Ice Hockey Arena in Milano Cortina at the 2026 Paralympic Winter Games. Italy, the only goal. Nico Landros scored it on the power play. Japan did not get across center, and if you do not get across the center red line, you will get called on the icing.
Those are sloppy plays that will drive a coach absolutely crazy. You have the opportunity to take 2 more strides, get over the center ice red line and dump it in, but you just take it and shoot it out of pure laziness.
I mean, to be fair to them, maybe just eagerness. They're trying so hard to get it into the offensive zone. Here's Rosa, slides it back for Enderle. His shot is deflected. Landros is going to pick it up in the corner. Surveys the scene. Good hard pass for Larch. He'll swing it in. Now onto the stick of Rosa. Nice move to hide it. Gets a shot, or at least rolls the puck to the net. And it's covered up by Hori with his man right there, Sudo, in his crease.
The one thing I've really been impressed in this tournament, because it's not easy to be a referee in para hockey when you've been a referee in stand-up your whole life, is they are in great position. Look at right here. The puck is there. Hori's ready. He puts his hand on it right away, and there's the referee right there to look down and know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with the referee that he made the wrong call when he's right on top of the play.
Absolutely.
There's Rosa. Couldn't get it out. Ito's gonna, at least Rosa couldn't keep it in. Ito's gonna get it out and launch it into the Italian zone. Stilitano pushes it for Landros. He got upended, and he's drawn a penalty, but Italy's going on offense anyway with Rosa. And will it be touched? Yes, it will by Japan. So that'll bring the whistle, but it is a penalty again against Japan. came into this game with almost twice as many penalties as Italy, and they've taken another one, and the Italians are 1 for 1 on the power play.
He even pulled the penalty box guy. He opened it up for the Italians. This is what speed does. Landros is so quick, and he moves inside, outside, and he forced Team Japan to take him down behind the net, a long way away from the play.
Now, my math was really wrong. Japan came into this game with 11 minor penalties, and Italy had 7. That's not nearly twice as many, but you get the idea.
Close.
And now they have 13 to 7, so now it's almost twice as many.
Okay.
Here's De Pauli, back to Rosa. Italy on the power play. Deal it into the corner. The shot, and wired over top of the net by Rosa. And in fact, that's Rosa at the blue line now. Ishikawa slammed down.
Physical hit with that shoulder.
Caligaros, and he's chasing after it again. Matsushita is wearing the number 7 for Japan. It's fired off the boards. Good play by the team in white to send it down the ice. Stilitano stops it, tees it up for his captain, Rosa. He delivers a pass for Larch. Still lots of time to work on this power play for Italy. Oh, but a steal, Ito. And he couldn't do anything with it. He was moving too quickly, and the puck didn't really cooperate. But here they come, the Italians with De Pauli. Into the left wing corner, drops it back for Larch. Swatted at by Ito, can't clear it. Here's De Pauli again, he's got some room! And I'm not sure if that was a shot or a pass, and I don't know if he knew.
I think it was a pass.
Here's Larch, does well to hide the puck from Ito. He delivers it to Landeros, snaps one across for Rosa. Final half minute of the power play. Caligaros for Landeros. Italians looking for this prime chance. Here's Larch. Again, he's looking to set up the backdoor play with Caligaros.
Trying to get a little too fancy.
Here's Rosa. Slides it back for Landeros to the side of the net. Larch! This time he was shooting and he missed it. Japan has killed off the penalty. Nitsu is out of the box. But here's a chance for Italy. Rosa, and he gets shut down. Good play by Matsushita.
He just went a little too far. He had a second to take that shot, and you only have a second.
Italy continues to press, though, even though the power play is over. They keep it in along the boards. Another penalty coming here.
That's coming to Rosa. I think it's an interference call to Rosa. He's upset. There's a chance there. Really good turnaround by Larch. Almost had it. Has it, left hand, and just fires it wide. Well, Japan has an opportunity now, and Italy is still making silly, sloppy passes in their zone that they're going to come back and bite them eventually.
Japan has yet to score on the power play in this tournament. They are 0 for 5. Italy's penalty killing is at 71%. They've killed off 5 of the 7 penalties they've taken until now. It's a teeing call, by the way, against Rosa, who's in the box for 2 minutes or less. Less if Japan scores. Long shot on Stilitano, saves it and then deals it off to the corner in one motion.
And again, the first thing he does is tip over. They better be careful too with Landros, because he'll be looking for a goal, not just looking to defend.
Here's Ukai. Drops it back for Ito. Good puck support from number 10. He does well to stay on side at the blue line and picks it up from Kumagai. But it's going to be stolen by Kaufman. Big battle along the corner. Here's a chance for Sudo. He sends it high on the sharp angle, and it's a little too sharp because it's going to come all the way out. Italy with a chance. Caligaros knocked down, and we've got a penalty here. It's a roughing call on Ito as he took down the Italian player with, well, he didn't really take him down, he just got an arm into him.
Well, he saw that Ito was, that Here's the chance. Good stuff. But he saw that he was going to go around him, and he got the hands up to try to catch him in the shoulder or head. Look at how he's just crawling on the ice.
Sandro Calagaros, you like the effort, that's for sure.
Yeah, this could be a costly penalty in the neutral zone, just throwing your hands up to hurt somebody.
4 on 4 is where we are. Lots of room on the ice to skate. Italians probably at an advantage with Landros out and Ito in the penalty box. Landros takes the puck. Oh, he does it! It's a mission in goal for Landros. It's a thing of beauty.
I've seen that live once in my entire life. Patrick Kane for the Chicago Blackhawks did it, and now you can say I've seen it twice. Nico Landros, the bone crusher. Look what he does, kids. He puts it on the top of his stick, bottom of his stick. He turned it. Watch this, watch this. Turned it, looked, top corner. Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. I bet you his former teammates from the USA are watching this and going, I want one of those.
Wow, 4:27 is the time of the goal. You want to mark that for future reference. They're going to look at this, and I think it's because they're going to see, is it a high stick? How high is his stick? I don't think it's too high.
You know what? I haven't even thought of that, Rob.
Yeah. Well, that is
a rule, 100%.
So, remind us why we call that the Michigan.
So there's a player on Michigan who did it for the first time ever. I can't remember his name.
20 years ago.
They're still called the Michigan Wolverines.
Yep.
And he put his hand up, and he brought it. No, I think that's fine.
High stick until the puck was in the net.
Yeah, I think that's, well, I shouldn't be calling this because I'm 0 for 3.
Kevin Webinger is the referee, and he is pointing at center ice. It's a goal. 2 goals in the game for Landros, his 3rd and 4th of the tournament, 2-0 Italy.
Nico Landros with one of the prettiest goals. If you're here in the building, you're going to remember it forever. If you're watching it anywhere in the world, you better remember it forever because this is not going to happen a lot.
You see players practicing it all the time.
Well, we've seen Declan Farmer and Brodie Royal try it. I haven't seen a Canadian try it, but it could be in practice.
Oh, I'm sure that everybody's trying it from time to time. The dexterity, the skill required, and it happened to be a 4-on-4 as well.
Yeah.
And so a little bit more room on the ice.
Wow, that was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
So Japan's dug itself a 2-goal hole now, and we're still 4-on-4 for another half a minute or so. Here's Landros again. Passes it ahead for DePauli. Drops it back to Landros. For Enderle. Shakes off a check. He won't be able to keep it on side, but he'll be able to keep himself on the right side of the puck, and that's key. Landros hard off the boards. Japan to open ice. So Italy's going to have a power play here in a few seconds. It'll be less than a minute, but it only took them 13 seconds to score in their first power play.
Good point.
Matsushita in behind the net. DePauli rubs him out along the boards. Ukai's going to try to clear it, but he gets overwhelmed by blue sweaters. Here's a chance. Landros looking for the hat trick. He's got it again. He makes it pass to his teammate, Larch. For Rosa. Italy, 5-on-4 power play. 20 more seconds. Landros.
Oh, he had the opening there.
He snapped a pass instead of a shot towards Rosa, but it was blocked. Here they come again, though. DePauli. Drop pass, Niels Larch. Left-hand shot. Corey the save. He rose up, rose up, rose up. And it's sent down the ice. So Japan has managed to kill off the short-handed part of that. Napoli with a good back check, wearing the rare number 62 for a forward. Here's Niels Larch. Italy trying to go back on offense. Rosa was there, but now Enderle picks up the puck. Has to regroup himself a little bit, spins away, ties up Ukai, otherwise he'd have been off to the races.
Yeah, but Landros is there. He's coming back every single time, especially with a 2-goal lead now.
Here's Rosa, nice feed across for Larch. Swept away by Japan. We're nearing the halfway point, second period. Italy leads it 2-0. Another penalty coming, this one against Italy. Going to be a teeing call.
I think it's Rosa again. I think a captain, Italy's captain's going to the penalty box for the second time. And he's definitely not going to be happy. Very rarely do you see Giovanni Rosa take 2 penalties in a span of 5 minutes, let alone a whole game.
Japan goes to its second power play of the game. They are 0 for 1.
Well, I had a chance to talk to Gianluigi Rosa a couple of days ago, and he's just such a nice human being, and he's so honored and proud to be the captain of Team Italy, hosting a Paralympic Games, pardon me.
Well, you came away from that conversation, you were just so kind of moved by his passion.
Yeah, his passion and just so much, just such an incredibly nice human being.
Ukai with a shot. That was a good play because he hit the puck quite well. Japan getting a chance here to set this up. The rolling puck in the crease. And Kumagai was right there, but Stilitano pounces on it with that big left-handed white leather blocker.
That was such a smart play because you see there's got to be 4 or 5 players in front of the net, 2 right there. Hits him in the shoulder, but he's trying to get it so Stilitano tips over. He can't see it. He's trying to just get it over his captain's shoulder, and it would have leaked into the net. Good try.
I really like that.
Yes.
Use that more often. There's one that got snapped wide of the net by Ukai. I think one of the messages that Japan has heard in the intermission was shoot the puck, fellas. Shoot it more.
And shoot it high.
Shoot it high, yeah. Japan trying to keep possession here on this power play. Ukai, Sudo, Ito. Knocked away from Ishikawa. And Sudo's going to collect it. He was one of the silver medalists from the Vancouver team back in 2010. He's 55 years young now. Number 24 on Japan.
Vancouver 2010, I don't remember those games.
Nope, they slipped right past your memory. I'm sure they did. Funny, you remember the Torino game so well, though, here in Italy.
That is
was
true.
Before that time.
That it was.
6.5 minutes left in the second. More importantly, 40+ seconds in this power play for Japan. Stilitano, it leaks through, comes back out. Here's Sudo. Here's Ito. Oh, the pass was too hard and too far away from Ishikawa. He got all excited.
He tried so hard to bank it off of Stilitano's back and just missed it. Another smart play.
Andros and Ito in not their first collision of this game, and probably not their last.
Now, they might have a talk in the village later tonight.
It'll be a friendly talk.
Of course it will.
What are you implying? Here's Sudo back to pick up the puck. Landros watching him. Italy has killed off that penalty, so Japan 0 for 2 on the power play. Trailing 2-0 in the game. Here's Landros, man in front, Kaufman! He was left wide open. Good recovery by Sudo. And he's just gonna send it down the ice. It might go right on Stilitano's net. It does. He dishes it off for Gianluigi Rosa. De Pauli. He's got Caligaris moving. He feeds him the puck. Really nice take on the pass. Landros is in front, gets it 2-0, and he tips it over the net and takes the net halfway across the rink.
And Sudo and Landros get a little glove tap there. There was no intention of anybody hurting each other or the goalie, Hari. You know, the more I think of Landros, the more I think of this U.S. team, how good they are, how good they would be if Landros was still playing for the U.S.
Well, Italy's happy. And it's not like he just is Johnny-come-lately, because if you go to look at a bio of his from 10 years ago, he's always talking about his Italian roots.
Yes.
And his family and how important, and I'm quite sure he's spoken Italian since he was young.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
Very animated discussion from Mirko Bianchi.
Bianchi wants to be in that 5-6 game. He is being very, very strong-worded to his team. And it will definitely be a disappointment if Japan is playing for that 7-8 game.
Yeah, well, we're still a long way from determining one thing or another, but 6 shots on goal in a game, 3 in this period, 3 in the first, just isn't going to be enough unless they're grade A scoring opportunities that are taken advantage of.
You know what you might see down the road? You see a former American player in Landros playing for Italy. You might see a former Canadian player in Brad Bowden playing for Japan one day.
Well, we'll see about that. He didn't tell us that.
No, he didn't, but, you know, I mean, you never know.
Oh, you never know. You never know. You just want to be on record saying it might happen?
That's it.
There you go.
Anything's possible.
And you can pull the tape back. Here's Nitsu, like there's tape anymore.
Yeah.
Kept in at the blue line. No, yes, it is. No, it's not. Here's a chance for Italy. De Pauli, he's going to break away, and he's with Lars, the two of them. De Pauli, Lars, and somehow Corey intercepts the pass on its way over, I think.
Well, that's one of those, Rob, where the goalie has to make a decision, and if he thinks it's going to be a pass and makes the play, he better be right, because oh, yeah.
Nice.
That was a very nice play. He read it, and he read right. There could have been a head fake there, and up in the top corner, he gives the whole net, but that's the chance with a 2-on-0. And how can you give up a 2-on-0 when you're down 2-0? Kojin has to be beside himself right now, coach of Japan.
Italy leading 2-0. The man with both goals has the puck. Landros, and he just lifts it over top of the net.
Rosa out of the penalty box.
Yeah, he has been. There's Landros sprawling towards the net, makes the save and gets upended. No penalty on the play. I'm not saying there should have been, but there won't be.
Landros he's everywhere. Crashing, banging, shot over, takes it, little bit of deflection, can't get enough on it, and that big pad of Hori stops it. It's like bumper cars on the ice right now.
It is.
You ever play bumper cars?
I have. I love it.
Yeah, me too. It's been a long time.
Face-off won by Japan in their own zone. In a bit of trouble, though, deep in their own end again as Italy continues to push. Coach Bianchi really wants that third goal, I think. That changes things. Nitsu in behind his net. Stick handling, banks it off the boards, kept in by Rosa. Is a centering pass, they score! Radici, Roberto Radici goes to the net and redirects it home. It's 3-0 Italy.
That is what you call picture-perfect passing. Unbelievable. 1 to 2 to 3. to in, 3-0. Here we go. Has it right here. Perfect pass. Perfect. Look how Rosa throws it over, and he gets his stick. Gets his stick right on it, nice and not too soft that it's going to bounce off, but not too hard. Just nice on the ice and slides it in the opening. What an absolutely gorgeous goal. And Team Japan is in trouble. They have to regroup. Down 3-0.
Well, the referee is going to double check something here, whether there was maybe goaltender interference.
We're going back to the booth again. I'm not even going to attempt to guess this one.
Busy game for the replay officials and for referee Kevin Webinger. All right, what are we going to look at here?
So he takes it. Here's Russell. He's got it. Can't be offside. Here we go. Are they looking if he hit his stick or his glove? Well, if it hits his glove, it's no goal. Other than that, I can't see anything.
He hits the goalie, but he's already put the puck in the net.
Yeah, the puck's in the net. The replay is incredible on this. They're doing a great job in the booth. I saw a video on them, the guys that are there doing it.
Yeah. So here comes the play.
All right. Take it a little forward. Take it. No, that's a...
It's in, and then he hits the goalie.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that
should be fine. We think.
Yeah, they didn't ask my opinion. I don't know why, but goal, 3-0.
So, five-time Paralympian Roberto Radici, who has been used sparingly so far in the tournament, saves his goal scoring for the fourth game to give his team a 3-0 lead.
Rob, we've both been doing hockey for a long, long time, and this always happens. It's the player that you just don't know, is he ever going to do anything, and boom, when it's critical, he does it. The Italians that are in the crowd here, and this is a good crowd, they are absolutely excited. We're a couple of booths over from the Italian announcers, and I thought one of them was going to flip out of his chair.
Inside of 3.5 minutes to go, second period. Italy had 1 in the first, 2 in the second period, and leads the game 3-0. Here they come again. Landeros, ace! Fires over top of the net. Great save by Hori, the busiest goaltender in this tournament.
Oh, they pulled out. Tied up on the boards.
Well, the battle rages in the corner. It's going to be come out to center ice, Ito, but his path is shut down. But here is a chance for Ukai walking in! Off both posts, I think! It went off one and then the other from the naked eye.
They might look at that one. Post across, I don't think it went in, but it was close.
I think Landros thought the danger was Ito, but yep. Ito was just the decoy. It was Ukai.
But again, they went low.
Japan trying to build for another one of those chances. Kept in by Landros. Ukai deals the puck to Kumagai, and he'll shovel it out to center. But they couldn't get it to Ito because Italy is getting players between the puck and him all the time. Matsushita, reclaimed by Caligaris, walking in. He rips one, and Poli got a piece of it. Rebound, they score!
That was what's called a lucky bounce, but a good bounce off the glass.
And it's a 4-0 lead. Caligaris bangs it home. Italy is rolling.
Sandro Caligaris, he's had a good tournament, called his name quite a bit in the previous games, but he watches, he looks off the blocker, off the backboard, gets his own rebound from his shot. Watch this. Blocker, glass, that is a perfect example for kids. Make sure you follow up your shot. Great save, off the glass, comes back out. Corey doesn't know where it is, and before you know it, Caligaris puts the rebound in.
The Ali's going to pick up the only assist on that goal.
Japan's in trouble.
They are in a heap of hurt here. 13:01 will be the official time of that goal in the period. 28:01 if you go with the whole game timing clock. Landros will get it to the blue line and he'll get out. Sugo waiting for his teammates to clear, and he couldn't keep it out. It won't be an intentional offside. He did his best.
So that one I don't know how they gave an assist, because Calaveras took the shot, already made the save, hit the glass, came back to him, and he put it in.
Yeah. We like when they give assists.
Yeah, it's nice.
Players all like it.
They get extra, you know,
He was the last guy to touch it.
extra dessert at the Village for an assist.
Landros scored the first 2 goals for Italy, but his teammates have really risen to the challenge. Here they come again with Hoffman, steered aside by Hori. Another steal, another chance, another save for Hori. As Landros just in on that one a little bit.
Hori is the busiest man on the ice right now. And if they don't turn it around, they'll be playing Slovakia in the 7-8 game. Hoffman. Nice blocker stop. See how his leg is not attached and he moves it?
Right.
You're going to find that out for everybody tomorrow.
Nitsu going to push the puck out to center ice for Japan. He's being watched by Landros. He spins away from the check, sends it across the blue line. Going to be a little intimidating for the Japanese players to see Nico Landros bearing down on you. It's going to be an offside call at the Japan blue line with 54 seconds on the clock here at period number 2. A 4-0 lead for Italy. 2 for Landros, Radici and Calagaros, the goal scorers.
Well, it's going to be tough for Japan now, because you know that Italy's strategy is going to be, we don't need any more goals. If we can get it, great. You have to stay back. And I think you're going to see Landros staying back as much as possible right now. Only take what you can get.
Ito launches the puck in. Ito started the tournament brilliantly for Japan. Okai can't reach it. Landros will. He's got Rosa heading to open ice. He passes it to an area so he can skate to it. Here comes Rosa! Hori makes a great save.
Rosa was looking for a penalty there.
Andrioni trying to dig the puck out of the corner. Final 15 seconds of the period. Italy looking to add another to their big lead. Antaki, Landros realizes Ito's there, shovels it away, and that's going to do it for the period. No, one more chance. I'm ahead of myself. Andrioni took it. 4-0. Italy leads after 2 periods of play here in the qualification game that will send one of these teams into the 5th place contest in a couple of days' time.
Well, there's 15 minutes left, and I can tell you right now, if you're Team Italy, all you want to do is defend. If you get an opportunity, take it, but defend. You've got half of your team and your body into that next game. If you're Team Japan, what you want to do, Rosa's talking to the referee, and the referee looks like he was pretty stern with him there. Rosa's asking about a couple of penalties, and I guess the ref is not taking nonsense from him.
Well, now it looks like it's all a fun chat.
Now he's saying, takes his helmet off. I'm so sorry. You know, when the games are over, you can come over for some linguine, maybe some pasta. We've had some great pizza since we've been here. Really good pizza.
Well, we love to see this. The camaraderie exists not only amongst the players, but amongst the officials and the players as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everybody's goal is A, to win, to be fair and you're a referee, and also to promote this great game that we love so much.
And to grow the game, from Salt Lake City in 2002 to Milan in 2026. Unbelievable.
Well, there's your second period summary. Landros, Radici, and Caligaris, the goal scorers. The game was still very much in doubt early in this second period. And Nico Landros started doing Nico Landros type things. Macri and Larch were the ones who helped put him in a position. They got the assists on that second goal.
Quite a few fans of and
well, the shot certainly favored Italy. Just about everything favored Italy. In that period, yes, 0 for 2 on the power play. Again, they dominate, or at least they're better in the face-off dot. Both teams unable to score on their man advantages. So statistically, that's one part of the story. But the ice felt a bit slanted again in that period. Watch this.
So here's Landros doing just magic, absolutely magic. Years ago, one of the forwards on the Michigan Wolverines did this. It became the Michigan. Everybody wants to try it. Patrick Kane of Chicago Blackhawks did it, and then Nikos Landros with the Team Italy, in Italy, perfection.
So they looked at that for a couple minutes just to make sure his stick wasn't a high stick. Then he came that close to getting a hat trick, and then big collision with the net as well. No penalty on that play. He and Sudo both exchanging, again, more camaraderie.
Here's a 2-on-0. Takes it, he's looking. Is he going to shoot? He's going to pass. Great play by Hari to read it. Very difficult play because you have to make that decision very fast. It could have been a shot. And if he doesn't make that one, oh boy, we're in trouble. And that's a goal by Radic. Great pass over from Rosa, the captain, the heart and soul, and you see this team, the camaraderie, right over, perfect. And not only did he deflect it, but he put it through his own sled.
Wow.
That's perfection.
Yeah, and we also had to take a look at the replay on that one to make sure that that goalie collision came after the puck was in the net.
Hari has made some real nice stops. That was a good play. No chance for Hari. He didn't realize the deflection. The rebound came off the glass right to him. Right there. Blocker, crossbar, bang, in. No chance.
That's the kind of play that you might say is lucky for one team and then unlucky for the other, but
when you're up 4-0, it's good to be lucky,
yeah.
And when you're down 4-0, it's unlucky not to be good.
You heard it here. Words from the master. Lots more of them coming up in the third period. It's 4-0 Italy through 2.
And we're back for what could be an exciting third period. Italy 4, Japan no score. Shots 20 for Italy, 7 for Japan at the end of 2. Italy is playing very good, smart hockey. Japan has their work cut out for them, Rob.
They do. And they have generated well, they haven't generated enough shots. That's the bottom line. They managed 3 in the first period, 1 more than that, 4 in the second. So they've been outshot so far in the game, 20-7. So the shots are one thing, but we kind of joked about the ice being slanted. It's felt like that through the whole game in Italy's favor. You got to figure out a way to, I don't know what it comes down to, but you got to figure out a way to get something going, and that's an answer I don't have to that question.
Well, I think the biggest thing they have to do is they have to get the first one, because you can't score 4 at once.
Really?
So they'll have to get 1, and if they get 1, then regroup and get 2. But they can't think of getting 4.
Right, good point. Next play, next shift, next time you touch the puck, you do the right thing. And even if you're not the one touching the puck, put yourself in a position to support the puck carrier.
When the intermission of the period, I had a chance to scoot over and talk to one of the Italian broadcasters, and they were just blown away by Landros's Michigan. I don't think that happens out here very often. In North America, you know, they try it and sometimes it works, but the one thing about doing it in para hockey is you do have to be careful that your stick doesn't go over your shoulder, and that's an easy thing because you're down on the ice.
Yeah.
That's why they looked at it, but it was a good goal.
Italy qualified for these games as the host nation, but they did go to the B World Championships last year and went undefeated, 5-0. Nico Landros led the tournament with 30 points, 24 goals, and 6 assists. So we're not surprised that he can put the biscuit in the basket. We're just kind of surprised. Well, we're not really surprised. We're just delighted to see that it's happening for him and for his team. They lead 4-0.
And he has a legacy of 3 gold medals with the U.S. and now playing for his mother's birth country.
And we're underway. Third period action. Italy in blue, Japan in white. Mad scramble right in front of the Milano, on top of the Milano Cortina 2026 symbol. USA controls. The man who's got 2 goals in this game, Nico Landros, drops it off for his teammate Antaki. It comes out to the blue line, but not out. Here's Ito with a chance. And then he got knocked off the puck by Landros.
Playing good defense, Landros is there.
Gianluigi Rosa's pass hits his teammate Larch, who only has 1 stick. Rosa, who's got 2 assists in the game, shovels it ahead. It's going to come past the blue line. And then a chance to clear it, but they couldn't for Japan. Italy dumps it in deep. DePauli races after it. Holds, stick handles, drops it off for Andrioni. Deals it back to DePauli. Spins away from Ito. Around the boards it comes. Right back into the possession of Italy. They continue to work it. There's a shot, high one by Antaki, and Hori had the answer. Got a lot of answers in this tournament, but the team hasn't generated enough on the other end.
Good stop by getting his blocker hand in, almost like the chicken wing, almost let the puck through, but he kept it there. You know, Italy's doing what you really want when you have a 4-0 lead, puck possession. Japan can't score if Italy has the puck, and if Italy has the puck, they're going to win this game.
Italy's got their second line with Andrioni, Kaufman, and Calagaros. Andrioni's been pretty solid on faceoffs throughout the tournament. Here's Macri. Does a nice job. That is still onside because it's on the blue line.
Beautiful.
But now it's going to come out. Awahara. Look at the experience he has to take back to high school. He's still 16 years young.
Unreal.
And we look forward to seeing him for years to come and Paralympic tournaments to come, like in the French Alps in 4 years. Anderley onto the stick of Kaufman now. Hard pass. That's the right kind of hard. Right now onto the stick of Anderley, and his shot stopped by Hori. Nicely squared up to the puck.
Unbelievable. You know, when you talk about that, the 16-year-old, you see this game. Here's another shot with a good stop by Hori. But that's the one great thing. There's so many great things about this game. You can have a 16-year-old on your team and you can have a 51-year-old on the team. I just can't believe that he's 16. I have cheese in my fridge that's older than him.
I don't want to know about that cheese.
All right.
Radici on the face-off for Italy. Now they're using their third line with Radici, Ramotti, and Martini. And they get a shot wide of the net. Somebody's lost their net guard out there. Torella is the third member of this forward line. He's got it along the boards in his skates. Sudo trying to fish it out of the legs. It's going to come free. This is a chance here for Japan against the third line of Italy that they've got. If they're going to get anything going ever, this should be the time.
Scrambling.
Yeah, Morisaki. Radici, it's fished out. Hori doesn't want to tie it up because he wants his team to go on offense. Good defensive play there by Matsushita to tie up Landros. But Landros is going to get it. He got upended, and Ito might have got away with one. Long shot from the corner by Ramotti Marnini.
That was a tricky one, too.
Bukai down the ice. This is what Japan's looking for to set up Ito. Buzzes after it along the boards. As Ito's game develops and he gets stronger, he's just going to get better and better. He's only 20 years of age.
Yeah, we talked to the coach about him. They're really excited about him in his future.
Ito shovels it across the blue line, and Taki back for it. Landros leaves it.
One man always behind the puck. That's how you have to do it.
Long pass, misses everybody. Will it go for icing? It will against Italy. So a little bit sloppy here in the early stages of the third period. We have 1 goal in the first, 3 in the second, 4-0 Italy leads. They're trying to punch their ticket to the 5th place game.
But as long as Italy keeps the puck possession, the clock will run. The clock starts running with 11:14 left. Italy needs at least 4 to keep this game going. And that's without Japan does. Pardon me. Japan needs 4 to keep this game going. And that's without Italy scoring. So the odds are against them, but anything's possible.
Face-off won by Japan. Let's see. Snap one wide of the net. Sudo's going to keep it in at the blue line. Shovels it back into the corner. And Taki gets rammed into by Nitsu. Italy, though, is going to gather the puck in and clear it anyway. Just past the blue line, though. And we've got a penalty coming here. It's a holding the stick penalty, I believe, on Italy. Certainly the Italian door is opening up.
No, it's going to Japan.
Oh.
I thought the same as you.
Yeah, my bad.
He's upset. He just smashed the stick. Let's see if we can see this. Double hit there. Landers goes down. But he still has puck control.
I think it's this. He put his hand fully on the puck.
Okay.
That's what that penalty is.
So it's not holding the stick, it's holding the puck, which would be a delay of game.
Closing his hand on the puck. It's just popped up on our little screen here. So
all right. looking at him in the penalty box. He looks also like a youngster.
Shikawa Yudai.
Oh yes, right there. Can't do that.
Oh, well, that's a different occasion then.
Oh, then there's two of them. He got away with one. Two separate players.
And I'm not 100% sure of the other one. Yeah, I think it was someone else. Brilliant job by our folks in the truck to identify that just one moment in time. We really appreciate that.
Best in the business.
Adichie slides a pass across for Landros. Italy on the power play. Their first goal of the game came with the man advantage. Here's Rosa. Snaps it towards the net. Rosa 2 assists in the game. He's got 4 assists in the tournament. Doesn't have his first goal yet, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something here and just see if you agree with me. So I think it would be smart for them to use this 141 and move the puck. Move it around. They don't need the goal. If the goal is there, take it.
Right.
Move it around, and then you're down to almost 8 minutes.
Right.
That's my key if I was coaching.
Don't risk a play where where Ito is gonna get free at center, perhaps.
No. And I know I am not the coach, but that's what I would do.
Rosa keeps that in at the blue line. Swings it across for Landros. He smartly takes it off the boards. Snaps a pass across. Rosa does the same thing. Drops it back to Landros. He'll deal it in for DePauli. Italy moving, but moving slowly. Japan not really pressuring them. Kind of the way they work their penalty kill.
Maybe they're listening to me.
Just about a minute gone by. Just puck movement around. That's all it is. Here's DePauli. Doesn't want to shoot it. Now onto the stick of Landros. He's got 2 in the game. Deals it back. There's a shot. And it was a meter over the net.
A little high.
Off of Caligaras. He's got it again in the corner. Obviously the message here. Control. Here they come. Landros. He's blocked. Rebound. Shovels it. Backhands it on net. And it is covered up and held by Hori.
Landros trying to get it, what seems to be a hat trick almost every single game. You got a couple of Canadians with hat tricks, got a few Americans with hat tricks.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant he's trying to get a hat trick every game, but
no.
We've had
how many hat tricks we've had in this tournament?
We've had lots.
And I haven't seen a hat thrown on the ice yet.
No. Everybody loves their hats too much.
Yeah, maybe.
And they're not sure they're going to get them back.
That's true, too.
Some rinks, there's like an unwritten rule that...
Oh, that's a penalty.
There's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
For delay of game against Kumagai.
And as soon as he did it, he dropped his head as if to say, I can't believe it. So when you take the puck inside the defensive zone and throws it, and you throw it over the glass, he doesn't realize he's got to go to the penalty box. It's a delay of game penalty. It's in all hockey all over the world. In the defensive zone, they changed this a number of years ago. Put it out of the over the glass, out of the building, into the stands or wherever. It is a 2-minute per delay of game penalty, and now they have 2 back-to-back delay of game penalties. How many times do you see that?
That's pretty rare. This one was completely inadvertent. He's just trying to wrap it off the glass. So it's a 5-on-3 power play for Italy. Landros, DePauli, large. No, couldn't feed him the pass. Ito intercepts. Can he clear it? No, under pressure. Tying it up as much as he can. Tying up large. It's still loose. Ito doesn't see it. Landros does. He hit the pipe. And then the rebound. DePauli sends it over top of the net. Landros and the goaltender, I think, were the only 2 people who knew where the puck was.
Absolutely.
Landros, March, at least Larch, Niels Larch digs it out of the traffic. Italy does only have a 5-on-4 now. 1 Japan penalty is over. Centering pass broken up by Ito, and he'll send it all the way down the ice.
But even at that, when he sends it down, it's just killing time off the clock. They're in such a tough position right now.
Yeah, I think what you said earlier, you can't score 4 at once, but you've got to put everything you can into scoring 1 and then see what sort of benefit that has in the psyche of your team. Italy talked about before the game. They weren't happy with the way they played against Germany, but they were happy that they won. Right. And winning does something for you, and scoring does something for you.
They will be happy about the way they played today.
I agree. Galagheros deep in his own end. Italy trying to organize here in this last 20-plus seconds in the power play. Finds the stick of Niels Larch. He'll go cross ice for his captain, Rosa. Nice move to the inside. Really chokes up on his stick to hide the puck well. Here's Landeros. He snaps it high.
He tried to bank it, sorry. He tried to bank it off of Hori's masking in.
They might have tried the mask trick. Japan has managed to kill off the penalty to Kumagai. And both have managed to kill off the 5-on-3, so that's impressive. That's something to build off of.
Absolutely. Maybe even not for this game, for the next tournament.
Sudo takes his time. Everything on Japan is just happening at such a slow speed. Now they're moving a little quicker. Here's Kumagai. Drop pass. Ukai had it broken up. And it's interesting, Paul, because we watched Japan practice, and there was good pace earlier in the week.
Absolutely.
And that pace is more or less, it's not there. It's certainly the way it was early on.
No, at the beginning of the week when teams were just getting here and working things out, their practice was very high-end, high intensity. I was impressed with their practice and with China's practice. And they just can't seem to play the same way they practiced. That hit the post hard. That's one of those where the puck breaks and you go, whoa.
The puck breaks?
Yeah, I've seen pucks break, absolutely. They only are galvanized rubber.
Vulcanized.
Vulcanized, sorry, what did I say, galvanized. I watched too many movies. And there's Hori with the, putting his pad back on.
Fans are loving it, that is for sure. Some of the great merch that you can pick up at this venue specifically, and also just at all the Paralympic venues. There's Hori.
There he is, look at that hair. I don't know about you, but I'm jealous. I had hair like that when I was 12.
Between the two of us, we don't have a...
No.
We have nothing.
Look at this. He did. He tried to bank it off his mask. Look how smart Landros is. He's going, I'm going to bank it off your mask, or I'm going to loosen your teeth. One or the other.
Ouch.
Yeah.
6.5 to go, third period. Italy in full control of this game. 1 in the first period, 3 goals in the second. And Japan has managed just 3 shots, check that, here in the third period. Matsushita sends it to an open corner. Nitsu tries to get there. Macri shuts down his path. Nitsu stays with it. Well, you can skate a little bit backwards. You saw Nitsu doing it, but you can't skate backwards the way an Olympic defenseman on the women or the men's side can.
No, it's definitely different.
Centering pass, Matsushita. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, just fires it away. Might have thought his teammate was his opponent. In fact, that was Murasaki. Centering pass, penalty coming against Italy. Going to be a team call.
Oh, yeah. Number 2.
Anderlecht.
No, not number 2.
Matteo Ramotti Magnini.
So here's where Japan can at least take a little bit of homage, a little bit of, you know, let's feel good about themselves. Break the shutout for Italy. Take a little bit of pride into the dressing room. Here he is. Goes to take the shot. Not much on it. Still, Bianca still he hasn't stopped coaching, but a little bit clapping the hands. I think he wants that shutout for Milano.
Coaches, they never stop teaching. They never stop coaching. They just want their players to do the thing that they've been working on, and they want them to play their best and then let the chips fall where they may, I think.
And they're coaching, a lot of them, they're coaching their countries for the love of this game, not for big-time money.
Oh, that's so true. Here's Ukai, centering pass. Squirts somehow through, still a Tano, but stays out of his net. Man, just trying to get one on the board here. Ito buses after the puck, overskates it, but Kumagai comes in to help. Japan has really shortened their bench here. Here's a shot, stopped by Stilatano, and then he gets his big trapper on it.
Again, another double pad stop, tips over, finds the rebound. Here it is right here, catches it with his glove, tips over. Ito with a good shot, actually gets it up, not high enough, but still better than along the ice.
Still 91 seconds left in Japan's power play. Trying to score their first power play goal of the tournament. That would also help them moving on, whether it's in the 7th place game or just down the road. Ishikawa, Ito has to find it in the corner. Landros right there. Ito tracks it down, trying to spin away from Landros. He does, got a bit of room, centering pass, broken up by DePauli, and he'll work it down the ice.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That's what you want to do. Picture play, penalty kill. Just keep the puck to the outside. When you force them to put it into the middle, into the house, you just get rid of it and shoot it down.
Ito, every time he thinks he's got open ice, it gets shut down. Here they come with Kumagai. He snaps it wide of the net. Masahiro Kumagai, 51-year-old captain of Team Japan. Ukai, one of the youngsters on this team from Japan. Ukai is just 20 years of age, slides it back on the point for Ishikawa. His pass off the stick of Landros. He butt ends the puck to the blue line. Good play there by Ishikawa to help keep it in for a moment, but eventually it'll get sent down the ice by Italy.
They do have a bright future, Japan. If you look at their lineup, there are a fair amount of young guys. The grassroots program is growing. They're playing in many parts of Japan, not just one. So that's a good thing for the future.
Yep. You know what else I would love to see is a professional league of some sort developed somewhere in the world, and then you would have these players going there to play, even if it was an 8-week schedule.
Right.
Something like that. If you're
similar to what the PWHL has done.
Here they come. A chance for Radici. Sorry, that was Calagueros. My mistake. The number 9 looks like the number 8.
Calagueros trying to sneak in that 5th goal there on a breakaway, and that's what happens. Unfortunately, when you're down by 4, you have to take chances. When you take chances, you lose, and then boom, there's an opportunity for a 5th.
Sorry, Mr. Calagueros, but you really can see that the 9 looks like an 8.
Yeah, you just lost the handle on that too.
Still 4-0 Italy though. 3:08 to go, 3rd period. The good news for Japan, they have managed 6 shots already in this period.
The best period of the game. They still don't have a goal, but it is the best period of the game for them.
Yeah, they needed the score to be like 1-1 or something at this point.
Yes.
There's a shot. Corey had his pad in the right spot because after the deflection, it was there. Italy pressing, looking for more. Another shot, another save. Loose puck in front and knocked out to center ice. Ito. Kaufman heads back for it. Norahiko Nasu chasing. Now picked up by Misawa. He loses it. Calagueros sends it over to an open wing. Pretty good collision there. Murasaki not afraid of the physical play. Good news for Team Japan. Fukunishi Akari, only one woman on the team, is getting some playing time for them.
And that's a fantastic thing as the women's game is trying to grow.
Now she's going to be one of the best players on Team Japan. They're fast putting their team together. There's high hopes of getting them into the games, whether it's in 2030 or 2034, as this puck squirts off the end boards right into the possession of Stilatano. He's going to hold on.
Yeah, to talk about that, take that for a second. I really hope that it does. You've got Kevin McKee, who's here playing for the U.S. His wife, Erica, is the captain of the U.S. team. I've watched the U.S. and Canadian team play. They're phenomenal. They had their first World Championships last year. We really have to get this game to the level where 2030 in the French Alps, the women's game is there with the men's game.
They'll be looking to probably have 6 teams in that tournament. Here's Ito, if they can do it. Fukunishi racing after it. Chopped out to center ice by Radici. Japan's Sudo goes back to get it. Minute 15 left in the third period. Mentioning Murasaki, he's been playing a really physical game, the number 17 for Japan. Not only in this one, but throughout the tournament. Here's a centering pass onto the stick of Ito. He's got a bit of room, but Landros is the man back, much to Ito's chagrin. Ukai trying to fish it out, kept in by Sudo. He's got players back at the blue line, doesn't want to feed it to them. Now he throws it in front, broken up by Landros. Will make the nice calm play to send it up the boards. And Torella, again, he's roughed up a little bit by Murasaki. Good play by Torella to keep it moving. Here's a chance for the hat trick. Yes, sir! Landros gets the hat trick. 5-0 Italy.
Well, we knew it was just a matter of time until the bone crusher got his hat trick. And he does it, and the crowd is so excited. 5 for Italy, 0 for Japan.
Great work by Torella.
Absolutely great work. And he waits, the patience, and boom. He forces Howie to think he's going to his left hand. All of a sudden, back to his right, and just slips it in the open corner. That's pure perfection, absolutely gorgeous.
It's almost like the Forsberg move that we sometimes talk about.
Yes, but he leaves it low on the ice. He went up a little.
Yeah, I mean, where you go one way and you let the puck come the other way with you. Nico Landros does that to perfection. The final minute of the third period. Landros, who opened the scoring, will more than likely close the scoring in this one. An absolutely thorough, clinical win for Team Italy. They're going to play in the 5th place game. Sudo's going to push it ahead. Maybe one last chance, but it's going to run out. And Italy's going to win it. A shutout for Stilatano. And a 5-0 win for Team Italy.
And Nico Landros takes the puck. As a great veteran, he's skating over to Stilatano. The wily veteran, he's been playing this game a long time. I'm watching to see, is he going to give him the puck, or is he going to give it to the coach? Look at that. You got to be happy. You have to be happy for Team Italy. For Stilatano, was he 55, 56?
He's 56 years young, a 5-time Paralympian. He's smiling from ear to ear, and Italy is now 2-2 in this tournament.
How many 56-year-olds can say they've got a shutout in the Paralympics? I know one.
Any level of hockey tournament.
There you go. I know one that can. Here's our handshake line, fist pump line. Oh, it's like watching the goalies when they come through. Somebody said something to Landros. He's laughing.
It was Ito. They had a little banter going on there.
This is what you love to see. You absolutely love to see that.
Now these players have been playing against each other in national tournaments. In the case of Landros, it's pseudo like a decade and a half.
Yeah, Landros just changed his uniform, but he's been still playing against these guys for ages.
We'll see more of these players on Japan. They'll have one more game to play in the 7th place game, but we'll also see more from them down the road. We certainly hope so. Yeah. Looking down their roster, 1, 2, 3 20-year-olds, a 16-year-old in the mix.
When all is said and done, they will not be thrilled with the opportunity they had, and they let it slip away. 7 and 8 is still, he's upset, crying. Yeah, that's tough to see because you know he came here looking for a better result, and the best they can do now is 7. The coach is all class, though. I've known him for a long time. This crowd is very happy, I'll tell you that much, Rob.
A thorough 5-0 win for Italy. 3 goals for Nico Landros. Ravici and Caligaris contribute as well. A couple of assists for Captain Rosa.
Team Italy skating around the ice, getting their crowd, countrymen to cheer them on. They'll be playing for 5-6, and they'll be extremely happy with that. A lot of great hockey left to play in this tournament.
Oh, yeah. Italy seems to be getting better through the games. They have a chance to finish this tournament with 3 wins and 2 losses. Nothing wrong with that.
No. And their first 2 games were losses, so they could go 3 in a row after losing their first 2.
Yep.
Which is quite good. Japan doing what they always do, no matter where they play, anywhere in the world, saluting the crowd on both sides with their bows. Classy move, as always. Team Italy leaving the ice. Astrolato, the other goaltender.
Milano Cortina 2016 è giunta al termine. Vi ringraziamo per la presenza e speriamo che abbiate apprezzato la competizione.
Being consoled. There's one thing, Rob, you know, I've said this for years and years and years. It's one thing to be a good winner, but it's very important to be a good loser. There can only be one winning team on the score sheet of any game, but to learn how to be a good loser, not that you don't like to lose. Nobody likes to lose, but you can teach so many things by losing with class. And that's what Team Japan can hold their head up, that they are a classy team.
Top to bottom starts with the coach. Akita Kojin goes right down to every single player, that's for sure. But Italy, the better team in this one, they take it by a 5-0 score. A thorough victory for the home team, the host nation. And they are off to the 5th place game in this tournament. I think that was their goal all along.
Absolutely, 100%.
strong effort for Team Italy. Nico Landro scores once in the first, once in the second, and once in the third period. Powers Italy to a 5-0 win over Japan. They are off to the 5th place game in Milano Cortina 2026.